My name is Charlie Siumhow, but some folks around here know me as the Cowboy Prince, because I'm a bona fide eccentric with a sewing machine and a purveyor of romantic American notion. I am a folk art tailor and costume designer, but I'm also a bit of a paintbrushing, wood-burning, war paint-wearing performance artist and soon-to-be peddler. But let me not get ahead of myself just yet. I want to invite the Kickstarter community to help me fund a year-long performance piece in which I will adopt the full-time lifestyle of a 19th century peddler, pulling a 200-pound Amish cart around the streets, selling and sewing sustainably stitched shirts, with the intent to re-inspire our generation to embrace their creative potential to actively make this world the beautiful, wild place it can be. As an artist, my number one intention is, in the words of Henry David Thoreau, to carve, paint, and then I guess in my case, stitch, the very atmosphere in which we dwell. I do this always with the larger underlying goal of intentionally affecting the quality of the day. This, I truly believe, is the highest form of art, and thus, driven by this ideal, I started sewing a few years back in order to have a more intentional engagement with everyday necessities and to quench my desire to create. I have now spent the last 2 years dedicated to practicing and teaching myself this art, while specifically studying pattern making, draping, and costume history at a top art school in Virginia. I have loved becoming a tailor because I truly believe that we should see our clothing as beautiful, functional objects, and thus glorious opportunities to mentally prepare ourselves for our wildest potential. Our clothing can exist for us as spacesuits to blast us off to the full heights of our dreams. Our clothing can function for us as battle armor to prepare us to do anything we want in this world. By dressing up, we can make our dreams just a little bit more tangible, accessible, and applicable to our everyday lives. You just put on your own suit of armor and walk down the street, and your interactions with others in the world, and most importantly, interactions with yourself, will change. You will feel like you can do anything. With this in mind, my goal is to create a new body of work, a specific series of shirts for men and women, created with the intention of developing wearable art that will allow people to take that initial step, to go more confidently in the direction of our dreams, to live the life we have always imagined. My plan is to draft all the patterns by hand and construct each garment individually with a "if you love it, it will survive" mentality of using ecologically designed cloth in a combination with recycled fabric scraps, patchwork together in decorative elements. But I've only just begun to scratch the surface. Inspired by a dream I had one night, I built a huge 9-foot-long 19th century peddler's cart with which I am striving to fully embody these ideals through the guise of the great folk heroes of the past. Thus, I will be pulling this 200-pound nomadic tailor shop on wooden wheels, which I have named Custer Last Waistband. Initially, I'll be pulling it around the city streets of Richmond, Virginia, and then eventually 110 miles north of Washington, D.C., sharing and selling the shirts as well as patchwork American flags and neckties made from all the fabric scraps used in production. My desire is also to share my knowledge and skills as a tailor with the larger community, sewing alterations off the back of the cart. This will be an earnest combination of a part traveling art show, part nomadic tailor shop, and a full-scale folk art living history revival with the vision of reawakening and active engagement with the world around us. In addition to building the cart and artistically preparing, I have been physically training for this project, lifting cinder blocks every day for the last year. After I awoke from the peddler's cart dream, I quit smoking cold turkey and have been trail running every day in order to meet the challenge. I am doing absolutely everything I can for this on my end, putting everything I have into this project. But I will need y'all's help in cultivating the very best possible abilities to more greatly affect the quality of this upcoming day. I'm calling on this Kickstarter community to back me in this endeavor to purchase 6 professional dress forms to be able to draft patterns for people of all different shapes and sizes. I will need help purchasing a street vendor's license to legally set up shop on the road. But most significantly, I will need help funding the initial costs of construction materials involving buttons, thread, pattern paper, and bolts of fabric. My hope is to create these shirts using intentionally made, organic, sustainably produced U.S. fabric. The quantity of these types of quality fabrics are expensive, but I feel they are paramount to the ecologically altruistic intentions of this project. Just imagine how rad it will be to be able to create a new American wearable folk art made in and from the very land in which it will be enjoyed. For why should we sip from a teacup when we could drink from the whole river? With this at heart, my large hope for this project is to go out there and splash some river water in our generation. For I truly believe that the time has come to wake up to our potential, to unleash the power within, to unscrew the lid off of this creative lightning in a jar. This world is ours. Now let us come together and unleash its motion and its glory. Thank you so much for your help and encouragement.